I'm Muffin, and I'm half-ass ready. So, told you it's going to be a gear review next few videos. So, I'm going to try to make this one video, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm probably going to end up cutting this up in two, or maybe even three, because got a lot of material to cover here. Uh, but I'm going to tell you what we're going to review today. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and then because I don't have a cameraman today, I'll point out what I'm doing, and then I'll take the camera and show you a little closer pictures. Okay, so uh, first of all, I want to talk about the Boy Scout Handbook. Pretty important piece of gear. We'll talk about it. I want to talk about Dave Canterbury's canteen system that we've talked about yesterday, um, from Pathfinder. Um, Pathfinder School, expensive, good stuff. We're going to talk about the Survival Torch Fire Starter Kit, Ferro Rods Fire Starter Kit, Magnesium and Ferro Rod Fire Starter Kits, and we're going to talk about fires. So stand by. Let's move in a little closer to this stuff. Boy Scout Handbook. It's the canteen system from Dave Canterbury. The Survival Torch, Ferro Rod, the Magnesium Fire Starter Kit. So we'll go back to work here and we'll talk about each one. Okay, Boy Scout Handbook. Listen, I was a Scoutmaster for about 12 years. My son's an Eagle Scout. I was a Boy Scout. Seems like a kind of ludicrous item to have in your prepper supply or your go bag or your go vehicle. But inside this book are a lot of camping skills, knots, leadership skills, land navigation. There's tons of knowledge in this little book, right? That we've been teaching boys in this country for over 100 years. So do yourself a favor, order you a copy of the Boy Scout Handbook. If you want some more talking about this, go to Merrimondon Press, my son's website. He and I did a whole episode where we sat down and talked about this book. So, important book in mine and his life, but could be a book that could save your life. And the reason it came to me, there's fire starting in this book, and I was saying, well, we're going to talk about fire starters. Maybe we ought to talk about fires. So, we're going to talk about fires too, and what we learned in this book. What I taught out of this book is extremely important. So stand by, we're going to talk about fires. So, to make a fire, you're going to need three things ready to go. Making fire takes patience. We'll talk about kinds of fires: TP fires, campfire fires, TP fires, lodge fires. There's tons of different kinds of fires, right? But at the original of every fire, you need tinder, okay? That's just lint out of my dryer. Makes great tinder. A paper towel or toilet paper makes great tinder. There's tons of ready-made store-bought stuff you can buy to help you start a fire. And then there's char cloth, which my son and I make. So we're going to do, when we start working with our things, we'll do some with each one of them so that we get to see it all. But so tinder, number one, tinder. Now, according to the Boy Scout Handbook, you need a hatful before you attempt starting the fire. Okay, a hatful of tinder, dry, easily startable stuff, pine needles, the fluff off the top of a grass plant, anything dry. Okay, it has to be dry and small because it's got to start with a spark. Then we're going to go with kindling. smaller than a pencil. Kindling is smaller than a pencil. These little sticks, especially when they're dry, you break them up. And according to the Boy Scout handbook, you need 2 hats full of kindling. Fuel. This is what you're going to burn in your fire, right? All right. Anything bigger than your finger, smaller than your wrist. Look, yes, you can burn things that are bigger than your wrist. Do you want to carry that to a small fire? No. You know, so they give you want to break these up. Fuel, okay? Those are the 3 things that you need before you start your fire. Those need to be piled and ready, because once you start making that spark, you need to move. You need, when you get that tinder burning, you need that kindling to keep it burning. And when you get that kindling burning, you need that fuel to keep it burning. So, could save your life. Probably preaching to the choir, but thought I need to say that, okay? So, stand by. We're going to look into starting a fire. All right, we're going to start with this magnesium-based fire starter. It's a block of magnesium, which lights really easily. So you need a knife. This isn't necessarily the best knife. You need a good carbon steel knife. I can make this one work, but you want to shave off a nice pile of this magnesium. And I'm going to tell you, today, as you can see, that is the scourge of fire building coming up right now. It's windy. It is hard to start a fire in the wind. So, know the difficulties that you're going to face when you start starting fire. Wind, rain, lots of stupid stuff. So I'm going to scrape off a pretty nice pile of this. And then I'm going to show you how to spark it. Gosh, the wind is really blowing my stuff away, man. Like I said, these fire starters work. There's better stuff, but I wanted to show you everything that was available. This one, you know, you can pick this up anywhere. Walmart, anywhere. These things are like $5 or $6. Might save your life. Not by any means saying don't use these. By all means, use them. It's a metal table. It's not going to catch on fire. So, so what I'm going to do, this paper towel would make fire starter, or would make kindling, but I'm going to drop it down in here because it's a little protected from the wind. And wow, we're getting a really nice breeze right when I don't need it too. It's wonderful. Love. Mother Nature ain't no joke, y'all. She loves to show up. You know, I tell my friends and my family all the time that the universe is out to kill us. So let me pull this over here. We'll try to get this going, okay? I'm just going to spark. I'm not going to actually start the fire. I'll do that later. I'll show you about the fire later, but I wanted to get these things at least demonstrated. So this throws sparks, right? You want one of them sparks to land in that magnesium pile that you made. Look at there. Booyah! Off you go. Fire started. Okay? So, magnesium fire starter, y'all. Works great. Try not to get the magnesium too close to the fire because that could be really bad on you. Alright, this is just a ferro rod, and I'll be perfectly honest with y'all. I've had this thing so long, I don't even remember where I bought it from. I know I bought it off of Amazon, I'm sure. And I'll have to wait till I get it out to get you the name of it, because I haven't had it. I haven't used this. This is from Wild Air, and it's got a nice long string, and it's a big ferro rod. It also has this little storage compartment in the back that you could put one of these Jim Dandy fire starters. I think I'm going to try one of these. I just recently got these. I think I'm going to try one, and if it works, I think I will stick one in here. So we're all learning together. So let's take a look at the ferro rod. Yeah, that fits in there perfectly. So there you go. I got a piece, and it does have a gasket around it, so it should be dry. This one comes with this striker. So, okay, let's see if we can get a fire started. Try these things out. So, let's see if we can get this going here. That's the thing about these. You gotta hit your mark. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tear this open a little bit. That's not that don't tear very easily. So, you know what? Let's go back to our old paper towel. See if we can get it going. So for this one, you need a large pile of tinder. I'm seeing that. I mean, kindling tinder, and I see what's going on here. There we go. Got us a little fire going there. All right, so it does work. Takes a minute without the magnesium helper, but it does do the trick. So there you go, y'all. Ferro rod fire starter. Wild Air. I think these run about 15 bucks or so. So moving on. Survival torch. All-in-one ultimate fire starter tool. About 24 bucks. This thing is pretty cool. Like I said, my brother-in-law has one, and oh my, I love it. So I wanted one, I got one. So it has this rope, okay, and this rope is impregnated with some wax. It's flammable, very flammable. So, and it's got a huge ferro rod, huge. And what you want to do, you want to get that where your spark's going to fly. Spread it out some more, y'all. It ain't working like I thought it would work. You can see the spark landing in there. It's just not catching on like I thought it would catch. There we go. We got her lit now. Yeah. I'll let that burn just a bit and kind of get all of it. But now you got a fire you can actually carry around and put where you need to put it, right? You put it right under your tinder, get your fire started. When you're ready to extinguish it, pull the fire in, pull it out. Okay? So there you go. Survival torch, all-in-one fire starter tool. So, moving on. One more fire start method to show you. Figure on this one, we'll go ahead and test out our Dave Canterbury Pathfinder canteen. So, this canteen cup has a handle, which is great, so you don't burn your hand. This is its own little cook stove, okay? This uses a twig fire. Keeps everything concentrated so the heat rises right in here. So it should boil water fairly quickly, okay? Stand by, I forgot the water. Okay, got the water. I'm gonna go ahead and pile up. I wanna get everything ready that I need for this fire, right? So, getting lots of kindling. Because basically this is a kindling stove. You really won't be using fuel that big in this stove. The way it works, it should get pretty hot pretty fast. The key to this one is getting your getting everything ready and making sure your tinder is ready. So, all right. Last fire starting method. Okay. These are $1.99, right? I have hundreds of them. You should have 1, 2, 5 of these in every vehicle, every pack. Should be one in your daily carry. We'll talk about daily carry one day, but your daily carry should have this in it, okay? Just very, very easy way to start a fire, okay? Look, 21st century, we should all have a damn instant fire in our pocket, right? If we were in King Arthur's court, we'd be Merlin, okay? Alright, we're going to try out the Dave Canterbury system. I got to get a little fire going here, and I thought I'd move off my table. Not having much luck up there. The wind is just catching too hard, so I'm going to rotate down here on the ground. Try and get us a little fire going here. Using, of course, our handy dandy Big Glider fire starting $1.99 kit. So, and a paper towel. Nothing but the best for our high dollar, high budget YouTube program here. That half-ass ready. Well, we got fire. See if we can get this kindling to take off here. Make sure I got enough tinder in there. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of blowing and cussing in the part that you didn't get to see. Okay, so starting a fire is not easy, and it's not quick. And one of the very first things you'll read in the in the Boy Scout handbook about starting fires is be patient. So, yeah, I still got more blowing to go here to get it going where I want it. But we are getting a fire, so we're going to keep adding kindling till we get this thing burning enough to test out our little cook system here. So bear with me. I'll try to edit out all the goofy shit I can, because I'm going to do more blowing and more cussing. Damn it. Here we got a fire now. So, see a little water. Now, one thing I like about this system, it comes with a lid. Absolutely not necessary for survival purposes, but a lid saves heat, right? So we put it on there, and this heats up faster, right? So the fire you would feed through this gap here, and you'll be, it's amazing how really hot this fire can get. Like you know, the big problem, the big challenge, let's put it that way, is actually getting this fire started, which has been the challenge for man all of our existence. So again, I'll edit out the goofy shit. I will show you a couple of times of me blowing on this thing. This has taken a little while, but again, it's a survival situation. This is a survival type device. I have stuff in my go bag that works a lot faster, you know, modern man-made stuff, butane gas stoves, that I can make this happen a lot faster. Just wanted to give you an example of what's out there when man-made stuff you don't have anymore. So again, I'm going to leave the camera rolling. I'm going to dick with this and blow on it and put some more fuel in it until we get this water hot enough to boil. And that water's already getting warm. So just stand by and I'll edit out the goofy shit, okay? I'll show you this while we're waiting on the water to heat. This is my little travel camp stove. Works on isobutane. I've showed you this in my go bag before. So, but I also keep this $6 cup from Walmart in there. So I told y'all I'm a huge tea and coffee guy. So I keep this little baggie in with my food, or with my camp stove, because it has tea and coffee. We're getting there. That water's getting warm in a hurry here now. Okay, we got hot water. Look, one thing I've learned today, you need to make sure you're using your gear, man. I try to use everything when I first get it, and but I think maybe might want to use it a little more often. Just stay in practice, because yeah, this gear is important. It's out of sight, out of mind a lot. So, you know, but it might save your life. So if you're, you know, you're on that plan. And I didn't mention gloves. You know, every go bag, every vehicle needs gloves. Hot, cold, sharp. You need gloves. Especially when you're handling these small stoves and stuff like this. They get hot. Your cups get hot. Everything gets hot. So, make myself a cup of tea here with the hot water. No sense in wasting the water. Man, I've had a good time today. I'm gonna edit out a lot of this, because you know, I don't want to bore y'all with too much of it. But I hope I taught you. I hope you learned something, or you relearned something, or something struck you that, you know, hey, I need to work on that. Post your comments and questions. I'll again, yeah, I'm a scoutmaster. I've been teaching 12-year-olds how to start fire for years. Want to reiterate, testing your gear, using your gear, and you know, I talked about it yesterday on the backpack video. You know, networking, man. Get out there and talk to people that are other preppers, or go to these shows and stuff. I mean, some of it's BS and some of it's way out of our price range. But look, man, you get to look and put your eyes on gear that you've been looking at, or you're not sure about, or whatever. Go out there and take a peek at it, man, and network with your fellow preppers, because, well, fellow preppers, fellow survivals, whatever, man. Go out there and network with them, because, you know, we're all pretty convinced we're freaking crazy to start with. So, you know, it's nice to, crazy people like company. I've only cleaned my toenails twice with this knife, so don't sweat it. But let's have a cup of tea together. Look, tell the ones you love that you love them. Let's get full ass ready. This is Muffin signing off. Thanks again.